Welcome to Shanghai. I'm Wang Ying.
Hello, I'm He Jian. Step beyond the pages at the Shanghai Book Fair, where readers connect with world-renowned authors face-to-face. From a Sweden author's eel mystery to a British writer's journey in Dali, Yunnan province, and discover how literature bridges cultures and sparks inspiration. Follow my colleague Tang Xiaofan and dive into the magic of storytelling.
大家好，我是艾利凯。
My name is Martin Puckner.
The book fair was really bustling.
So many discussions going on. Oh, it's been wonderful to talk to my readers. The little exchanges were very interesting.
The Shanghai Book Fair isn't just about books. It's your chance to meet world-famous authors face-to-face. So follow my lens as we go beyond the pages and meet the minds behind the words.
A highlight of the annual book fair is International Literary Week, where readers get a rare chance to meet renowned overseas authors in person. This year was no exception, as writers from the United Kingdom, United States, Sweden, and elsewhere gathered to share their insights on writing and sign books with fans.
Check this out, The Gospel of the Eels. That sounds quite interesting, and the author is about to start his talk. Let's go and hear what he has to say.
I have a personal relationship with the eel because I spent all my childhood fishing for eels with my father, and it was a very important thing for us.
Despite his book being published in China for 5 years, this marks Sweden author Patrick Svensson's first visit to meet his Chinese readers. In his book, he drafts a mesmerizing portrait of an unusual animal, eels. He draws on a lot of research about this creature in literature, history, and modern marine biology, as well as his own experience fishing for eels with his father.
I talked about the mystery, about all the things we don't know about the eel, and that is something that I think attracts people. I'm very interested in natural science, and I found out that if you not only ask the question, what do we know, also ask the question, how do we know the things we know? That's when you can find great stories and great characters, and that's a way to make natural science interesting and fascinating.
I'm now on my way to the Sinan Book Club. This is one of the main venues for the Book Fair's International Literary Week, where many overseas authors meet readers. Let's see which writers we might bump into.
To my surprise, the venue was packed even before the event began, with many readers standing in the back waiting for the author's arrival. The author of the event is Alec Ash, who was born in the UK and graduated from the University of Oxford. He came to China at the age of 22 and lived here for 14 years, spending most of that time in Beijing. In 2020, he moved to Dali, Yunnan, where he spent 3 years in seclusion. His new book, The Mountains Are High, documents his first year in Dali.
Dali is closer to nature. I found it was very different to the Beijing that I was used to living in. And I wanted to explore the people who had moved from the city to a place like Dali, which is a bit of a counterculture hub as well, of a lot of people escaping the cities. It's been really interesting doing the book tour in China with the Chinese edition of the book. I've actually really enjoyed the questions from Chinese readers. A lot of them have gone to Dali, so I think their questions can go a little bit deeper.
For book lovers, snagging an author's signature is a must. I also picked up my favorite book and gladly joined the winding queue.
1个年假来的，然后尽量排满了。
见到一些这种外国作家还是比较少的，就像上海这种国际文学周，就是一个比较难得的机会。
Covering the book fair for years, I've come to recognize familiar faces, especially one devoted elderly attendee who never misses an event. He always arrives early to sit in the first row.
我是这个市南图书馆的荣誉读者，所以在市南图书馆已经有12年了。我总共也是一个月能够2本到3本。去年那个国际文学周，我坚持了19场。
So what's the purpose of book fairs? Can words truly transcend time, space, and cultural barriers to touch readers' souls? At a talk titled How Culture Crosses Boundaries and Connects Us, Harvard professor Martin Puckner offered his answer. In his new book, he explores how culture shapes humanity's origins and how knowledge will define our future.
I think culture is something that's shared across all humans. We humans are culture-producing animals, and I wanted to tell the history of that and how we constantly enrich each other by reading and encountering other cultures, other literatures. Today, it's very important to keep this motor going, to not withdraw into your own traditions, but to keep sharing and borrowing and connecting each other. It's both the topic of the book, but it's also the experience of coming to a book fair like this one and talking to readers and hearing their responses. You're trying to connect thoughts that are in your mind and move them into the mind of other people. And it's kind of a magical thing. And thanks to writing and translating and book fairs, it actually works.
Artificial intelligence is breaking language barriers faster than ever, but can it really replace the experience of learning a foreign language? At the Shanghai Book Fair, graduates of one of China's top language schools revisited the role of language in their lives and discussed what skills will matter most in the AI era. Zhang Hong brings us more.
In the age of artificial intelligence, do we still need to learn foreign languages? At the Shanghai Book Fair, alumni from the Shanghai Foreign Language School affiliated to Shanghai International Studies University reflected on how language learning shaped their lives and what it means today.
在个人有能力有条件的时候，尽快掌握外语，不要把它当作应试教育的得分工具去学，而是要把它当作一个交流思想、传达信息的一个工具去学。
For him, foreign languages and artificial intelligence must work together.
中文在同样密度下面能够加载的语义是英语之类的语种的3.6倍左右，所以在同样密度下面、长度下面，我们的效率就是人家的3.6倍。如果有一套中国人自己的中文模型去做底座的话，会特别棒。这样的话呢，我们研究出来的这个技术呢，一定是风靡全球的。那在这个时候，可能既懂外语又懂中文，融汇中西，融汇古今，把我们这个新的中文的 AI 向全球推广。
Fluency also requires understanding culture and nuance.
语言背后有很多历史的东西，也有它很多的这个政治的东西。如果你不了解这些的话，光是会2种语言，没有办法很深的去理解。尽管我有的时候也会找个人工智能把一段东西让它翻译，但是翻译完了后我要看，有的时候不能完全表达，尤其是专业的，所以还是要自己学。
The younger generation of alumni sees language as a platform for exploration.
如果我们只把语言作为理解字面意思的工具，那确实 AI 给我们做到很多，但是语言绝不仅仅是如此。当我们学会一门语言，我们接触到了一个丰富的世界以及背后所有的思考方式，让我们有能力说一门外语和另外一群人交流，也让我们的思维方式因此改变了。所以外语是一个平台，在这个平台上去探索更广泛的东西吧。
At the Shanghai Foreign Language Education Press booth, alumni recommended books from their school.
AI 来了，我的很多朋友也会问我会不会对出版行业带来冲击。我有2个想法，第一，纸质书它有它的应用场景，就比如说教材，还有就是给孩子的读物。作为我们出版社的人来讲，我们更多的是要去把好的内容用它更符合时代特征的一些方式去呈现出来。像我们的一个 WeLearn 的一个 APP 里面，我们最近也是加入了一个 AI 互动，这样子就是在用 APP 辅助纸质教材学习的过程当中，有什么问题也可以实时的去跟 AI 做互动。
People around the world are hungry for language learning like never before. Statista's numbers show that language learning apps hit 26.5 million downloads in 2024, with Duolingo alone pulling in more than $607 million just from subscriptions.
Moving on to Shanghai A to Z, and today we have a guide for art lovers who want to delve deeper into the Shanghai art scene. Let's start with M50 along Suzhou Creek, where repurposed textile warehouses at number 15 Moganshan Road buzz with creative energy. This hub features a vibrant collection of galleries, studios, design shops, and cafes. With experimental performances often being held on weekends, the M50 is the perfect location to experience contemporary Chinese art. And next, let's head to the West Bund to visit Shanghai's Old Museum Mile along the Huangpu River. Here, grand institutions like the West Bund Art Museum and the Long Museum showcase world-class exhibitions in striking architectural spaces. With its formal, planned layout and historical undertones, this area delivers blockbuster art with scale. And finally, you can go visit the contemporary art museums in Pudong. Located along the waterfront, the Museum of Art Pudong, collaborating with Tate Modern and the British Museum, anchors this futuristic district alongside the iconic China Art Museum housed in the Crimson former China Pavilion of Expo 2010. From M50's grassroots vibe to West Bund's grandness and Pudong's innovative atmosphere, each district represents a unique chapter of Shanghai's art story. If you've got a question for us, you can find us on all the socials.
We'd love to hear from you. You can find all our content online as well. And join us here on Dragon TV, Monday to Friday.
Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.